hit him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Chiefs come out with the face of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes, 2-time regular season MVP, 3-time Super Bowl MVP, just in his 8th year, best in the business at the helm for KC. Greg?
I'll tell you what, Mike, we have a blast every week doing this, but when we get our assignments and we see this guy on deck, it just gets a little bit more special. I mean, to witness firsthand one of the greatest, one of the most transcendent players of all time at the quarterback position, you just know when he's on the field, you're...
Oh, the first play, and he is intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
An opening play call like that, Mike, has exactly one goal. Let's connect on something early and quiet this home crowd. But all they did was energize them. I mean, listen to this place after that interception. They're feeding into it. They're giving this offense extra momentum as they now take the field.
The Steelers led out by their quarterback, Russell Wilson. Still strange to not see him in a Seattle uniform where he was for a decade, couple of years with the Broncos. And now, Greg, the 9-time Pro Bowler, year 1 in Pittsburgh.
Dream situation here for your first possession of the game, Mike. You go from sitting on the bench thinking you got a couple minutes before you got to take the field. Defense snap of the game. Now, in this sudden change, can you come away with points? Can you reward the defense for creating an early lead?
2nd and 7. Now Wilson. This one complete to Washington. Following the complete. Now a 3rd and 2. We'll try and run it here with Warren. And he's brought down to 17, but that's going to be good enough. A first down picked up on the ground.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
From the shotgun, Wilson. That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At the 9-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Warren. And he will score. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris Boswell on for the point after. He's got it. And the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They had that pick on the opening drive that led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back. 1st and 10. Hopkins sent in motion. And a nice defensive play there coming through to make the play in the backfield. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Sending a receiver right. And he'll work his way forward to about the 30-yard line. Third and 9. Here's Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner.
Mike, that's a great play for any defensive back, let alone an undrafted rookie. I mean, to think that every single team passed on him in this past year's draft multiple times is pretty hard to believe. And again, this is the growth. This is the development that they saw when he signed there as an undrafted free agent. And he has taken advantage of every opportunity he's been given, and now he's creating turnovers for this unit. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On second down, Warren. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
On third down, here's Wilson. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll run straight ahead with Warren. And
you want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep.
He is in. Mike Williams. Touchdown, Steelers.
And here's a great example, Mike, of how experience and having some veteran players at these key spots, they can work so well together. The whole idea is you need to see the game through the eyes of the quarterback, and I think that's what the receiver did such a nice job in. He was on time, he was accurate, and you never fool your quarterback. When you have two guys like this that are operating on the same page, you can see the result.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers move out on top, 14-0. Boswell now following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Here come the Chiefs and last year's Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes, for their next drive. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play-action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And it'll be 3rd down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. They're indeed going, and it's Mahomes. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Russ. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Here's a handoff to Warren. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This from an even 50 yards out. Boswell's kick, and the Steelers stake themselves to a 17-0 lead. The return starts from the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
He'll get this ahead for about 3. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Play action here. Mahomes. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
We had a chance to sit down with the quarterback this week in practice. He preached the importance of that. I have to do a better job protecting the ball. Well, so far here early, it doesn't seem like that's been the case. He's been a little reckless here in the open.
Oh, look at this. It's a fake. And this is going to be incomplete. So they let the punter try and throw for it. Not sure if he did that on his own. Either way, doesn't matter. They've turned it over on down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
He's going to wish he had that one back. I think his receiver got behind the defense, Mike, and had a lot of room to run, but he just put a little too much on it, and they're not able to connect.
And that is no good. He missed it. And they are not able to add on to their big lead. So a big mistake there. Roughing call on the field goal try.
Automatic
it
first
gives
down.
them an automatic 1st down. Play action. It's Wilson. That is caught. What a throw. Mike Williams. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. His second catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer. Because right now, they don't have one.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to take over once again. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. He'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. One quarter in the books. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're... a fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. And he'll get this across midfield as he's brought down following a pickup of 5. Here's 3rd and 2. Patrick to throw. And that is incomplete.
He's already been a little reckless with his decision-making up until this point, Mike, and now it almost backfires on him again. He has to do a better job of finding the matchups, finding the space on the field so everything is not a forced ball into these tight windows.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Steelers offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Mike, I have to be honest, when offenses come up with run-play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
He's got it! And they will get him down at the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. You can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They run it over center with Harris. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Drew Tranquil up to make the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. On the handoff, this is Warren. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Play action. Now Wilson. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. George Karlaftis, the former Boilermaker, in there for the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This one from 52 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
This taken at the 5. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. Throwing is Mahomes. And taking a shot downfield for Kelsey. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make better decisions here in the 2nd half. The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball, and on defense, take the ball away. For any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he's going to have the Chiefs 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
Yellow!
To the air once more, it's Mahomes.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
And for the 3rd time in this 1st half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick.
Well, I think by now, Mike, we know where the biggest mismatch of this game has been. This defense is all over this passing game. Everywhere they look, they have defenders in the right spot. They've resulted now in 3 interceptions, all while forcing this offense to try to adjust their game plan on the fly.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Having a dominant pass rush so often translates to wins. But that's hardly been the case here, Mike, and they're able to add another sack to their total before half, and that's great. But somehow they still find themselves trailing, and that's the only thing that matters.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Chiefs offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Hopkins sent in motion. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Yellow.
He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line. Here now, 3rd and 5. Gray is the motion man here. On 3rd down, they go with Pacheco. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Now Mahomes. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
You know, I think there's certain times, Mike, throughout the game that call for a very aggressive style of play. I'm just not quite sure if this was one of those situations, but I guess we'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the game.
The Steelers offense ready to get back at it. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete. Calvin Austin. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Wilson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Mahomes back. That's complete left side to Worthy. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Really nice play there by Xavier Worthy, and if I'm a defensive coordinator around the league, and I'm thinking to myself, Mike, how do I stop this Chiefs offense? How do I stop Mahomes and Kelsey? Well, they just add a wide receiver that has the fastest 40-yard dash time in the history of the NFL Combine. I mean, the ability to take the top off, the ability to make those secondary players play that much deeper and open up everything else underneath. When he gets up and running, and he really finds his groove in this league, this scary offense just got a little bit scarier.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you in.
And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so that's whistled dead, and the ball gets placed at the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Wilson on the design. A hit, and he has lost the football. And the defense has it. Well, they come up with the turnover on defense. The quarterback choosing to keep it, and the defense choosing to take it away.
Mike, anytime a quarterback turns into a runner, the defense loves it. They want to take a shot at him. They want to take a shot at the ball, and that's exactly what they were able to do here. Force the fumble, get the ball back. Great job there by the defense. Well, at some point, if I'm this quarterback, I think I'm going to start testing somebody else in this secondary. I mean, he's already made his impact felt multiple times today, and it doesn't matter who they line up across from him. Right? Yeah, now it's just getting out of control, Mike. I mean, to see him continue to put the ball in harm's way time and time again, it's a little miscommunication. It's a little bad execution. I'm sure it's figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
Mahomes to throw it on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
Yeah, in this game, Mike, it's just gotten away from them here in the 3rd quarter. They're pretty much forced every possession. They're going to have to go for it and really press the issue, and I'm not even sure if that's going to be enough to get them back into this one.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Here's a give left side to Harris. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. They go play action with Wilson. That is caught at the 3. And he's into the end zone yet again. Mike Williams. Touchdown Steelers. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. On for the extra point is Boswell. The kick is good. And the Steelers add on to their already sizable lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. A return now from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This secondary will get a lot of the credit. 3 picks so far. But, Greg, the pass rush has been relentless as well.
Yeah, I think it's super important, Mike, that we point out just how much the pass rush and then the secondary coverage works together. The more that rush gets home, the faster that ball gets out. We can play certain coverages knowing the timing of the quarterback has to be sped up. So often, the teams that are the most successful in this league, Mike, they have the best understanding. When our back end and our front end are working in unison, man, it puts a lot of pressure on not only the quarterback, but the entire offense.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Gray is the motion man here. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
3rd and short. Here's Patrick.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line. It stresses your quarterback. It stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
The Steelers offense and Russell Wilson set to take over once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Mike Dana shuts that one down. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got Fryermuth open on the left side. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly 1 play to get our answer.
A give, and here comes Harris. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Now Russ. That's to the big tight end. Trier move. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Harris.
Najee Harris, the ball carrier. The tackle made just shy of midfield. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward. And they'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They go play action with Mahomes. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. To throw is Mahomes. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was incomplete. This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it because at some point something's going to break your way, and they desperately need it.
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
There's not a position on the field, Mike, let alone any sport, where the mental side doesn't come in and impact how well you perform. And in this case, when you've thrown 4 interceptions in one game, I think we can all safely assume some of those mental issues have seeped into his game. And if he can't get settled down, he's playing right into the hands of this defense.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.